But the advantage of this is basically it lets people that are not familiar with you yet know who you are. So to get that out of there, I'm going to go ahead and just turn those off, and then I'm going to click transition so that it is no longer in our scene. Another thing that you can do here to make your live streams look more professional, in addition to the camera, in addition to making your background look nice, in addition to adding your intro and a nice looking lower third, is you can also add other graphics to your scene. So in order to do that, I actually made another video about how to do an actual ticker on the bottom. I'll put a link to that up at the top of the screen right now. But you can also just add the images in here by themselves. Whatever it is, you know, that you want to put on your image, then here, you know, it's just a little reminder for people to subscribe to the channel. And another one that I can add here, like I did before, is I can also add the ticker background, and then, you know, the text would be scrolling on this, which is something that I show you how to set up in that other video. But let's say that we don't want to do that particular, you know, ticker setup, you know, which you could also use that lower third graphic for, by the way. But let's say you don't want to use that ticker setup. Another thing that you could do is you can add your social media slideshow. So basically what you do is you go ahead and you make some graphics for, you know, your Twitter account, for your Instagram account, for your Snapchat account, or your website, anything that you want to promote really. And you can actually have those slide across the screen in random intervals during your live stream. So, you know, without even having to do anything. So all you have to do is you set it up first, and I'm just going to call this social media. And here, for the transition, I'm actually going to change it to a slide instead of a fade. But, you know, depending on how you like things to look, you can definitely change this to anything that you would prefer to make it. Next, I'm going to add the different image files. In mine, I've already made these, so I'm going to add all three of those in here. And as you can see, it's now going to make these slide across my screen in random intervals. So one thing you can do is, of course, you know, you can move this frame so that this is at the very bottom of your screen, so it's not as distracting. Another thing that you can do that I found is if you want to have these come on your screen sometimes, but not a lot. Like, let's say that you want, you know, a nice space between all of the different social media tags, then all you have to do is you go into your properties for that, and you also add some blank files as well. And by doing that, it makes all of this not as distracting. So I'm going to add just a few more, just so I can show you the effect that this has. On how everything is scrolling through. Okay, so now that we've changed that, what happens is, let me transition in, is basically you have a blank space in between your social media tags. So when they do come in just like that, it makes a little bit more of an impact when it comes in. So that's another thing that you can do to help make your streams look more professional. And in addition to that, you know, you can use it to promote your social media accounts. You can use it to promote whatever other stuff that you happen to be working on, or, you know, anything else that's coming up in the future, or really anything that you want. And of course, when a live stream ends, it helps make it look more professional, you know, if you think of it just like it's a normal video on YouTube. So as an example, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to add another image, and this image is actually my end screen. So I'm going to add this end screen just like I normally do, so that when my stream is over, or when it's getting ready to be over, I would basically prepare it like this. I would scoot over, you know, so that I can frame myself in the graphic, you know, a little bit better, like you can see here. And then I would transition it in, and I would say, if you are not already subscribed, make sure that you hit the round subscribe icon right now so you don't miss any videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. So basically you end it just like you would a normal video, so that when you're finished with your stream, you can go into YouTube, you can cut off any end parts or anything like that, so that you can still utilize your end screen graphic. If you currently do not have end screen graphics, but you want them, or you want custom branding for your channel, you can get all of that over at tubertools.com. I'll put a link to that down in the description below. Now, what I mentioned before is that I'm going to be giving something away in this live stream. I'm actually going to be giving away 3 things in this live stream. All 3 of them are actually the lower third graphics that you see here. Basically, it's just a simple lower third graphic. With a little shine going across it. I made this one so that it, you know, so maybe for the gamers out there, because I know I don't do a lot for you gamers out there. I also have another one that has a different look to it, and you're basically getting all of these. This one is more of a, you know, light leak fade in and out, which is pretty cool. And I have another one that is just a little bit more basic, the same idea, and that one looks like this, to where, you know, it's just a more of a plain one, so you can still put your text on there and things like that, but it's still got that motion to it. And as long as you're using OBS, this is definitely going to work. You can see it right here on my screen that it'll definitely work for you as well. In order to get this, as soon as this video is finished, you want to go down into the description and you want to look for a link that says join my VIP area. It's absolutely free, and you join that, and inside you will be able to download these lower third graphics. If you are not already subscribed, go ahead and hit the round subscribe icon right now so you don't miss anything in the future. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming out to join us for Just Streamer Things episode 1. This is a brand new podcast. Today's the first episode. I'm a little nervous and I already messed up once, so I'm feeling kind of bad, but I feel like the episode overall is going to be good, so don't sweat it, you guys. Don't sweat it. Today we're going to be talking about networking and how to grow your channel on Twitch. Just some sort of advice that maybe me and the other 3 guests on this will have to offer. I see everyone in chat. We're going to do our best to respond to you guys at a specific point in the episode. So if you'll hang out with us, if there's anything you really want us to see and there's a mod present, whisper to them or whisper to one of us so we have a window pop. We're going to take questions and comments probably about an hour into the episode. But I do really quick just want to say hi to everyone that came out to show up. Live Oak, Clubby, Mashed Potatoes, Twiddles, Evan Pasty, Fur Wizard. I see Curry's in chat too, and Azili, of course. Hugsy, Ravoni Kenshin, Bubba Lubber, Meow Sparky. If I said Baltic Survivor, LEVCTT. If I'm missing everybody, I'm sorry. Bunny, Rose Rainblood, Kelly. Thank you guys so much for being here for the first episode. We are super excited. So yeah, for the first bit, we're going to introduce ourselves, and then we're going to go ahead and sort of have a little like shoot the shit conversation. We're going to talk for 10 or 15 minutes about games that we've been playing recently, how our stream has been going, and stuff like that. And then we're going to jump into the main topic, which is networking and how to grow your channel and things that have helped us, some ideas that we've seen online and things like that. So without further ado, I'm going to bring all of the super special pals on. We're ready to go now, you guys.
Oh, there you go.
I'm sorry.
There
This is just the first episode, so there was bound to be some, but now I got it. Now I see what all I did wrong. But we're gonna do our little introductions really quick. And for those of you who might not know me, my name is Ty, or Hey Shitty Lady. I'm a streamer here on Twitch, but I also make YouTube videos. I'm a variety streamer. I focus on indie horror games and creative stuff like makeup streams, cosplay streams, sometimes graphic design streams, and that's pretty much it for me. And I've started these 2 podcasts. I have a second podcast that's Little Noodles Podcast, where we focus on media like games and movies and stuff like that, which is twice a month. And then we'll go over to Super X Invader. Why don't you give us a nice introduction?
Yeah, I'm Mia, otherwise known as Super X Invader. I am also a variety streamer, playing all sorts on the channel. Giant Nintendo fangirl. I don't know if you can notice with all these collectibles stuff behind me. Yeah. I'm a perpetual child. It's great, but yeah, we stream all sorts on the channel. It's a fun time. We go on our little adventures. So yeah, it's good. It's good. It's fun.
And then Mrs. Zeely, would you like to give us an introduction?
Sure. I'm Azili. I've been streaming for a year and like 3 weeks. Just had front page experience. I'm doing 2 panels next weekend at Pixel Pop Fest and then at Twitch St. Louis. So that's where the networking comes in. I focus mostly on city builders, City Skylines, Planet Coaster, Sims 4. Yeah, give me that Sims 4 hype stuff. Build stuff.
So you're going to be at like physical panels and conventions?
Physical panels.
Dude,
yes.
That's awesome. What topic are you going to
awesome.
about networking and stuff?
Actually, building a community is one of those. The other one is how us streamers, those of you guys in the chat and all of us here, help actually game development.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, that sounds awesome. Ms. Cruz, would you like to give us an introduction?
Yes, well, thank you very much, by the way, for the invite on this podcast. This is super exciting. I'm Cruz. I'm also a variety streamer. I focus mainly on indie developer games, like the weirder, the better, horror games, all about them. I'm also an admin and the brand manager over at Girl Streamers, if you got anything about Girl Streamers. So, and I also do a show on Tuesday, which talked a bit about Maya. So that's my thing. Oh, and I do goggles and wigs. Lots of that stuff.
Yeah, I saw in some of your streams that you have the same kind of wig style, but it's in a different color every time.
Yes,
so
I
much
have
fun.
a bit of a habit going on. Yes,
We call that a fetish.
it's a little bit of a fetish.
My brother is super obsessed with Mario Maker. That's one of his favorite games, and I watch it and it looks like the kind of game that would just make me like rage so hard.
Big time.
He likes the puzzle ones, the ones that are like mazes. Also plays the ones where it's just like muscle memory, sort of like, what is that? I Want to Be the Boshi, that game.
I can't stand those personally.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god.
That's exactly what it looks like. It would make me want to just like, no, like beat my brains in, because it's just like, I hate that kind. It's frustrating.
Yeah, it's about 3 hours, and then then you're done. You're like, okay, I got to put this away before the console gets broken. Yep.
I quite like the little Goldberg machine ones. Is that the name? I don't know. Like the ones where you don't have to do anything, where you just like stand still.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
The
ones.
automated levels, the best.
So what have you guys been focusing on lately? I played a lot of Overwatch recently, which I've tried not to do on my stream anymore because it's too rage-inducing entertaining for like 5 minutes, and then it's like, oh my god, this girl is really mad. This is scary. And so I played a lot of that because they released Doomfist, and now I've been trying to stick with like indie games. I I played Dream Daddy, of course.
Did you?
And
Nice.
yes, it's so much fun. And then this weird game called Kindergarten, where you're a kindergartner and you try not to have the janitor kill you with a mop and stuff like that. It's like a weird RPG where you're trying to get the endings with everyone. It's pixel based. It's got like light gore, and it's just really. It was funny, but it was just a weird game, and so that's what I've been mostly playing.
Yeah,
it's only $5
like
on
really
Steam.
messed up.
It's only $5.
I'm a big fan of under $10 games. I'm a big fan of that.
How about you, Super Invader? Super X?
Well, this week on the channel, we have mostly been playing Horizon Zero Dawn. That's like the brand new game that I've been playing. Literally just got a PlayStation 4. So like one of the first games that everybody wanted to see me play was Horizon Zero Dawn. And it's amazing. It's like the most gorgeous thing I've seen at the moment. I don't know if you guys have actually played it yourselves. I'm assuming Zelia has.
Yeah.
From that reaction. Yeah.
I've watched it quite a bit, so.
So,
Boom.
cool. For those of you who don't know, it's kind of like, I'd say, well, if you play Breath of the Wild, it's a huge open world game. So it's the way I describe it, it's like Breath of the Wild meets Tomb Raider meets Monster Hunter. That's the way I would describe that game. So you're just hunting giant mechanical monsters out in the world, but there's a very cinematic story going on, and you're like scrounging for like resources and upgrading your abilities and stuff. It's really cool. It's really very, very cool. It's got a bit of that kind of Ubisoft syndrome where there's like so many things to do on the map and you have to climb like these structures in order to unlock more things. That's a little bit annoying, but other than that, like I've been having a great time with it. Combat's solid. The game is pretty solid. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
How about you, Azili?
This week we turned to Planet Coaster, hopefully to finish the park that we started for Front Page. And then it's a weekend filled with Twitch stuff. There's Twitch St. Louis, and then it's Pixel Pop. So that's pretty. They'll probably go back to cities next.
Have you considered? Have you considered live streaming the panels?
There are rules when you do a TwitchCon, a Twitch meetup, that we can't live stream the panels.
Why would they have that? Oh, okay. They would want people to pay to come out and see it, like instead of being able to catch it online.
So one thing that I want to like when we get into like networking is like seek out your local Twitch-powered meetup group. We can't necessarily live stream it. There's a couple, there's privacy. Some people don't have cams. Some people
that's
do.
true. That's true.
I am in a market where there's Doggo. Rates. He's not an on-camera personality. He's using FaceRig, there's some stuff like that. Like, I mean, you have to be considered,
of course,
considerate to that stuff.
I
It makes it really hard.
It's yeah. It would be, I don't know. I guess like I've seen some panels and some like conventions where people are like, no recording, please. It's like that at concerts and stuff like that. And I guess it's Twitch. I was just like, oh, of course that's going to be live.
Everything is live.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How about,
like the rules are explicit. Do not stream it.
Yeah.
That makes sense because like the one that's actually going on in Toronto this weekend on the 29th. The host is actually streaming. He's interviewing certain streamers that are coming out. And so he's kind of got that spot, which I can see where if you are streaming as well, you're kind of taking away from that spot. Like that's his gig.
yeah.
So he's actually doing all the interviews and streaming live from the event. So I think that might be a thing as well. Hugsy's going to be there.
What kind of, Huxley's going to be there? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What kind of games have you been playing, just to finish that round of questions off?
So I'm 2 months into, like I'm kind of slow with the games that I do play because I like to let them, I like to give them as much life as possible. But currently tomorrow it'll be the Dream Machine. Which is an indie developer game. It's all in claymation and stop motion. It's like one of the very first games that has been made that way. It's very interesting. It's a little macabre. Well, a lot macabre. But it's got some really, really good storyline. And yeah, so that's one I'm hooked on right now. And then on Fridays, it's Lucius or any kind of indie developer horror game that I'll play there, and then puzzles on Mondays. So it all depends how fast I get through games, but usually the under $10 games you'll see.
Yeah.
You'll see on my stream.
That's what I like to shoot for too. I saw some screen caps of Lucius on your Twitter, and I was like, this game looks kind of cool.
Yeah, it's definitely got its moments, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. And the thing that makes it the most fun for me is chat, is being interactive with the chat. end the game, and then just makes the experience so much better. So
definitely.
Didn't you play some of that, Ty? The Dream Machine? It's the claymation one where you start on the desert island.
I did play that one, and I got a little bit into it, and I can't remember why I switched off of it, but I felt like I think I got stuck on a puzzle or something like that, and so I was like, let's just switch to a different game.
Yeah, there's definitely some parts in it where it isn't logical, the next step that you have to take, and it gets a little frustrating. The good thing is I do have some help, so chat will chime in and maybe say, hey, try this, try that, where I might just have given up. But it's interesting.
That's what's fun about doing puzzle games live, though. And I mean, honestly, that's how I play any game. Whenever I did Dark Souls and stuff, it was like, all right, where do I go? Someone help me, or else they're going to be running in a circle for 30 minutes.
And I'm